Have you guys ever heard of the Crooked Man? Now, whenever I say the Crooked Man's name, you probably think of the man from the Conjuring universe. But what some of you didn't know is that the Crooked Man actually has a poem that has existed for hundreds of years. Now, if I remember correctly, in The Conjuring 2, when the kids are playing with the little spinning toy that holds the Crooked Man, it is actually singing the Crooked Man's poem, which it originally came from. So there's actually two Crooked Man poems. There's one where he originally came from, and there's the other which actually started the whole creepiness of the Crooked Man. This is the way the original poem went. There was a crooked man, and he went a crooked mile, and he found a crooked sixpence against a crooked stile. He bought a crooked hat, which caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house. So that was just the original story, but this next poem is actually what started the whole creepiness of the Crooked Man, and it is said that if you read this poem out loud, it will summon a dark force known as the Crooked Man. So the story says that there was a writer who was doing a bunch of research on a whole bunch of different books, on a couple of different poems, and coincidentally, the Crooked Man was one of those poems. So he actually came across a couple of different lines and a couple of different verses that all appeared in different cultures and in different languages, and they all seemed to be aligning to one thing, and they all called it the Crooked Man. So I'm actually going to stop this really fast and give out a little warning that this story does get very dark and it does get really serious at some point. So please do watch this with caution, and just know that you guys are very loved and you guys are very appreciated no matter what. So please stay safe out there. There was a crooked man, and he walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence upon a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat which had caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house. But the crooked man was sad, and once had a thought, why should he be crooked when others, they were not? Everything was worthless. He heaved a great big sigh, and went and found a rope, and tied it to the sky. Upon a chair he stood, his eyes blank and dead. Without another thought, he went and hung his head. Now the story's not yet over, for this tale is myth and old. Go hide under the cover, there's something not yet told. There once was a crooked man who had a crooked smile, and if you lived his life, he'd send you through a trial. He lives through your torment, makes it full of strife, and he won't be content until you take your life.